lovely people. I hope you're all good. I am Penny from KALBS Sparkles. I've got my dressing gown on because it's bloody freezing. I'm actually filming this quite early. I think it's about 9 o'clock in the morning. But as I said to you guys before, I'm trying to get back into the swing of doing footballs. Seriously, guys, brain fog of doing the videos again. It is Friday, Boxing Day. Ooh. So I'm doing a sewing video. And I thought I'd today, every Monday on the English paper piecing group that I'm on, we get a free design for a hexie. They're called magic hexies. And I think I've been doing it about 5 weeks now, 4 or 5 weeks. So it usually comes out on a Monday. So I got it Monday gone and I kept it so we could do today. I could have filmed the video earlier, but as you know, I was trying to catch up on my advent calendar. I have 2 left to sew. An advent calendar will be finished and I'll show you it all. And I'll let you all into how I'm going to put it all together. As I've said, it is going to be my granddaughter's memory quilt. I think that may change. At the moment, things change every second. So I thought today I'd show you the hexie and what I've done in the recent weeks. Now, I have chose the fabric for it. I haven't cut the pieces out. I don't know if I've got everything I need next to me. I am in pain. I have taken painkillers, so hopefully it will sort itself out. I hope you all had an amazing Christmas. Ours was quiet. It was lovely. I had a lovely Christmas, me and Annalie. It was emotional. Yeah, but let's not go there because we don't want to start getting emotional on video. One thing I do want to say, when I was doing the last video, I find that because of recent events, that I'm sort of second guessing everything that I say. Guys, everything is done. I'm done. I'm done with all of it. I want to be able to talk freely and be myself and say things without people taking it the wrong way. So if I say something, it's not directed at anybody. It's not pointed at anybody. So please, just let me be me. I don't want to go to the person that has to be watching everything that I say, just in case somebody takes it the wrong way. I am not saying things to get at people. I'm not saying things to upset people. I'm not saying things to piss people off. I'm just talking, and it's not directed at anybody. Literally, I promise you. But I don't want it. I don't want it anymore, guys. Like, I don't, and nobody has said anything. Nobody has said anything. It's just how I feel that I've been having to what, like, I say something and I think, oh shit, is that going to be taken the wrong way? I just want to, I'm real on here. I don't want to have to watch what I say. I don't want to have to be scared that I'm going to upset somebody and start shit, because it's really not that. It's not. I'm done with it all. I just want to carry on, do my videos, do what I enjoy doing, and that's it. There's no digs, there's nothing. End of. Done. Right, now we got that out of the way. Let me show you. This is my little box. This is a photo box. I can't even see the camera. This is a photo box. I think I got it from Hobbycraft. And I got it because it's lemon meringue pie. This is all of my fabric for these. Now, I decided that I was going to do my magic hexies in polka dots. So far, yeah, we got 5. So far, these are the different patterns. And they all fit together. Any way you want them to go. So far, let me stand up so I can, I've got this real bad pain in the top of my leg. So we get all different patterns, as you can see. You get the pieces, and I just choose which ones, what colours I do them. And I'm, like I said, I'm doing them all in polka dot. So we got all these. I'm looking, and is it even in here? Oh, seriously. So we've got all these. These are the ones, and everyone's different. Now, I thought, no, bear with me, guys, because I think I do know where it is. Because I saw it, I did it the other day. If not, I will pause the video and find it. Because, I know it is. Is that it? Yes. No. Oh, guys. It's me. I'm a royal pain in the arse, I tell you. I thought it was in there. But it's not. So where did I put it? Did I put it in the little one? No. Oh, for God's sake. Right, guys, let me pause and I'll find it. I'll be back in 2 secs. Right, I found it. It was actually sitting underneath the box. Yeah, so all this fabric is from Temu, or some of it's from Temu. And it's all polka dots. So I've put it all in this box, so it's all easy for me to get. So I'm going to put that to the side, so it's out of the way. She says, I'm struggling today. Today's not a good day. Oh. But we're trying to crack on. So these are all the previous ones that I've done. So we'll put them to the side, and this is this week's. We fold that over. So this is this week, block 56. I have cut out the pieces because, yeah, didn't want to sort of waste more time on the video because I want to do a start to finish. So we've got all the pieces here, and I've got the colours that I've chosen. Now, I think this is the first time that I'm actually going to follow, because I like the bright pink, light pink, bright blues, light blues, and the same with the green and the white. However, these triangles here, I'm going to do in the black because I just feel like it would pop a little bit more. So, the first thing we're going to do is, this is what I do when I get them, is I lay out the bits. So, we have, these are all the same size. So it's basically, and we got a triangle there. And then we've got one there. And then we've got, it's like doing a jigsaw. Who doesn't like a good jigsaw, eh? And then we've got a triangle there. So obviously these all need cutting, basting, and then sewing together. So that's the shape. Is that all in view? Yeah. So the first thing I'll do is I don't know, I've got them scissors. Where's my fabric scissors? I thought I had them here. Oh, see what I mean? See what? Oh, they're right in front of me. These are my fabric scissors. So the first thing I'm going to do is I've decided that them triangles, and obviously I've used this one before, hence it's a bit shorter. So these triangles I am going to do in the black. So let's put that over there. What we do, turn it the other way. Now I rough cut. I don't sit there and draw it and what have you. So, and not on everything, but on a lot of it. So we'll do this. We'll cut these out. I need to see how much you can actually see in the, yeah, that's all right, in the camera. Oh, my hair's falling out. So I think there's 6 of these, yeah. Hoping that I can get 6 out of this black. I might not be able to. I'm going to have to, let's do it this way. I'm not actually cutting it a way that I'm going to save material, but, well, I might have actually. Yeah, I should get them all out of here. I'm sure I've got more in that box anyway if I haven't, if I can't. So we've got 3. Oh no, maybe we won't, you know. I think I may have to dig. If not, I may have to get a different black. I don't think I'm going to need 1 extra. But I'm sure that I'll find a bit more in the box. So let's get the box back. See, I'm so professional, ain't I? I haven't even got enough of the fabric. So it's a black with a white little spot. So hopefully I have. If not, I'll just choose a different colour. Simple as that. See, I've got the dark blue, but we want the black. But I've got tons of it. Oh, no, that's brown. And it literally was a jelly roll. There's a jelly roll in here. I think there might be 2 actually. Oh, no, I think there's a jelly roll that I've bought, which was like, it's like £4 and you get 40 strips. I think it's roughly 50 centimetres by 2.5 or 50 inches, whatever it is, by 2.5. Now, is that a black? No, it's, do you know what, guys? I don't think I've got it. I've got a blue. Oh, mate. What we gonna do, man? I just need a little bit of black spotty. See, that's blue. And you know why? Because I think this is, I used this polka dot for Bradley's memory quilt. What we're going to do, guys, oh, is that a black or a blue? These are all dark blue, and I don't want to use a blue because we've got the blues in there. What am I going to... Oh, you know what? I think I found one. Yay. There we go. Oh, I'm making a right mess. I need to sort this box out and fold it all nicely. But that's not a job for today. It ain't a job for today. It's just falling on my foot. Right, so it is. Yeah, so we just need to cut one of them out. We cut one of them out. Like I said, I'm not a particular cutter, so that can go over there. Right, now all of these ones, I don't know why that left out. All of these ones are literally one piece per colour, and they're all the same size. So we're just going to go through them. So we've got the dark and the light blue, we've got the greens, and where's the pinks? I'll tell you what, this is just going grand, isn't it? This is just going absolutely brilliant. Right, we've got a bright pink, and we need a baby pink. Right. Isn't this just... Can you see how professional I am, guys? Right, do these fit on here? They do. Because it would be better to use... These are charm packs, but you don't actually get a lot in it. So I could use the little bit, because I might need the bigger bit for sewing cows. And we could do the same with the pink. So we can take that pink out. If we got a bright blue in here, we need a baby pink, but I want a baby pink with little spots. There we go. There's the little spot one. So we've got the pinks. I told you guys, off the cuff, off the cuff. We don't do anything normally here, do we? We got any more little squares in here? I'm sure we will have. Oh, we've got a little green. Is that the same green? No, it's not the green that I wanted. But, see, you're working along with me, guys. Working with me. I don't know if I've got any more little bits. I need to just sort through this box because, you know what it is you get it and I just rummage through it. It was all done nicely originally. There are little ones in there. Right. And it literally is, like I said, off Temu. Nothing costs much money. And I'm going to have tons left. So right, we've done, the pink's all done. See, now I'm working off the cuff, because now it's like, oh, let's see if we got little ones, because obviously we didn't think about that before we started the video. But what do I need? I need a bright blue. I don't want the dark blue. We want the bright blue and we want green. But I think, no, that's it. We haven't got any more little bits. So we've got the light blue there. And then we'll use this one, which I originally had. And then we got the 2 greens and the blacks. Right. Now we've got that sorted. But I will sort that out. So, let's do this. So, we need to put that like so. Like I said, I don't pin at this stage. I literally just crack on, cut it so it's roughly the right shape. It's all being folded in, so it ain't nothing major. And yes, I do keep them little bits strapped because I've got another project that's going to be happening soon that may need some tiny little scraps. So, there's the pinks. We've got the pinks, the blacks. Let's do these greens now, which these are quite easy to, nice shapes to do, to be fair. So we got a green. I'll trim the top of it once I go to cut it, and I'll go to sew it. And then we've got these ones, that bright green there. So that will go back in the box. And you literally just use such a small amount when you're doing these. Like obviously if you're doing a big quilt, you'd use more. Or if you're sort of, if you was doing a big quilt and it was just in 2 colours. And then the light one goes in like so. So we can cut that little strip off. Get rid of those little corners. Right, so let's get rid of the rubbish. Can go there. These bits, I need to check what you can actually bloom and see, because you most probably can't see anything I'm doing. It's one of them days, guys, one of them days. Oh no, you should be all right. So, we've got all the bits here. So we've got the 2 blues, the 2 greens, and the 2 pinks. So, now, time for basting. I'm not going to go over it crazily with you guys, because you've seen me do this. So, I will do a couple, and then I will do the rest on pause. What I am going to do is I'm going to trim it down a little bit, just because it then makes it looks a bit prettier on the inside, on the back side. So how we do it, oh, and I forgot to show you, my Annalie made this for me. How cool is that? She made me a bag. It's got all my clips in. Very clever. It's even lined inside. So let's quickly to go over one. How I do my basting, I'm a thread baster. I will clip this bit here, like so. I'll fold it over. Now, I do have a needle threaded already. Now, this is a thicker needle, not my normal. I would fold that over so you can feel the cardstock in there. I'll go in, leaving just a little tail, because I don't put knot in. And then I'd go in the same place again, pulling it out, and that secures it, and that holds that corner nice and taut. And then fold that bit up, fill the card. You don't want it too tight, so if it's too tight you distort the shape. if it's too loose, the shape is too big. And when you're doing these, you want them to fit in place. So you want them to be as accurate as you can be. So that's how I do it. And then I'll go all the way round. Just checking that I am actually filming. To the next corner. Now this is a really nice cotton fabric. So it's actually, it creases really well actually. So you go all the way round. You take the clip off. We'll do the last one here. Now you don't, because I'm going to be sewing this straight away, you don't necessarily have to tie it off so that it doesn't come undone. I just put my needle through, wrap it round 3 times, pull it, and that will cause a little knot. And where's my snippers? And then that's it. So that is, we've got 2 tails there, one here, one here. But that is my shape. So I'll do one more, and then I'll do, did I not cut that? No, I didn't. I'll do one more here. So I fold it across and across the cardstock. So you literally, if you can feel it, you can feel the cardstock. And then I'll put the clip to secure it, and it's back to front because that's what Penny does. I've done it guys, and I've done it and had to unpick it. You know me. So we fold it over along that edge, just give it a little finger press. We go in the side. Let me stand up and show you. So if you look, here's the edge. We go this side and bring it out the other side, so you're capturing all the layers. You leave a little tail, or you could put a knot, it doesn't matter. Then you go through the same stitch again, pull it, and it secures it. And then you literally fold that down the next line, do the same thing. You go this side of the crease, then the other side of the crease, and then you do it again. And that holds that corner down, and it gives you a nice corner, because the corners is what helps you line it up and gives you a better finish. So we go all the way round, we take the clip out, we fold that one over, and then we go either side. You do it twice, and then I just do a little, put it in, wrap it round. That stops it coming undone. Clip it, and there you go. You've got nice crisp corners. Right, I'm going to pause. Oh, mate, I'm not doing good today. I'm going to pause and do the others, and I'll be back for you. I'm back. So I have basted all of these, so they are all sewn, basted. We've got our colours, and we've got our black triangles. Back, sorry, I'm out of breath. Somebody was at the door, one of the neighbours. Right, I've got them all basted. So what I'm going to do is I'm now going to line them up. Now I am going to line them up how the picture is. And the reason I'm doing this is because this shows me what way I'm going to sew it. Tuck all the tails in. See, like they're little mini hexis. So, oh mate, that's proper knackered me out. So that goes like that. We've got a little, tucking the towels under so it sits nicely so we can see it. So that goes like so. And then we have the dark blue up there. And then we've got a triangle there and a triangle there. It's trying to get these little, do you know what? It's trying to get these little towels so it sits nicely, but it's not going to happen, guys. It'll only happen once it's actually sewn in. So we've got the light green like so, the dark green goes there, and then we've got that like so. So that is how it's going to look. Now, when I've done my advent calendar, I've shown you how I'm sewing it, I tend to use just white thread for everything. Give up. I use white thread for everything because the background of all the fabrics is white. This, however, is multicoloured, as you can see. So I'm going to colour match. Now, there's a lot of people that just use white, or they use a really light grey, because if you do it properly, you're not going to see many stitches. Now, I'm going to be honest, I watch so many different people doing this, and everybody says you may see a bit of stitching. You may see a bit of stitching. So, but I don't want to. So, what I've got to do first is work out how I'm going to do it, like in sections. So, because if I was, for instance, to take this and this, I don't know exactly, when I'm stitching, I wouldn't know exactly where to stop sewing. So, this piece here makes up this shape. So, I'm going to do that as one. And I'm going to add that on as well, I think. Where's my picture gone? Yeah, I'm going to make that as one. Yeah, because then when I get to sew this together, it's one straight line. Yeah, across. Now, I'm thinking on the cuff here, guys. I actually don't know. So I'm going to do all of them in sections like so. So I will do 3 bits, and then I will sew these 2 together, and then these to that one to that. So let's put that like so. Now I'm going to get my colours out. Now when I say I'm going to colour match, I am not going to sit there and use that blue for that bit and that blue. No. What you tend to do, or what the advice is so like when you've got these 2, you'd go for the darker blue. So that's how I'm going to do it. So like for this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get black and I'm going to sew these triangles on. That's the first thing I'm going to do. So I have this. As you can see, we got washi tape on the top, because this is my old washi tape container. However, I got rid of a load of washi tape. So in the bottom one, if I can get the thing open, I've got lots of... Oh, there's some bobbins in there. I didn't know I had them in there. Take them out, put them in the other. I've got, this is all thread that I've had around the house. Like, I've got this. I've got tons of cones of polyester thread that I used for sewing in the past with my buntings and things like that. So I'm just trying to use them up. But on this, I want good thread. Or not good, decent thread. So I do have a black. I believe that's a black. Yeah. So, and I've got a good few here. Yeah. Like I said, I use polyester. Polyester tends to be, or from what I've been told, because I don't know. I'm like this part, I've never done all this before. I've done quilting, I've done sewing buntings, I've done all that. But I've never done this, so I'm taking the advice of other people. So let's put that to the side for now. Like I said, I'm trying to use up all them little rolls because they're doing me head in. They're stuck everywhere. So what I'm going to do is I need to find... There we go. Now, I know this needle here is one of my clover needles because it's so bendy. And that's how you know, because they're literally... No, that's not one. That's oh, that might be one as well. Right, so I'm going to get the good old needle threader. I'm going to show you... Watch, it won't work now. We've got to try and get into this first, because and find the end, because it's never easy, is it? This actually looks brown, you know. It actually does look brown. It doesn't look black. Is it black? Yeah, it is black. It is. So we got to find the end, which is all... Oh no, there it is. No, it's not. Right, let me get a needle, because I can see the end is poking there. I usually get Annalie to do this, but she's in bed still. There it is. Right, so let's cut the end off so it's a nice and fresh end. Put that over there. Now, you put this, I don't know how this thread is going to work. Now, this clover, you needle threader, you put that like that. You put the eye in number 1. You press it, and I've pulled it out. You press it, let me get a bit, that's a bit looser. There we go. You press it, press number 2, and it pokes a bit through there, and it's threaded. Absolutely love this needle threader. I can spend half hour just trying to get the needle threaded, guys. Like, literally. Now, I can't remember if I explained all this. You don't want an extremely long piece. If you have an extremely long piece, you end up with tearing it, basically. Not tearing it, but getting knots and stuff. So each of these have got a black. So I'm going to put this, hold the tail down, and I'm going to line it up. And this is the importance of having them nice crisp corners, because that matches up perfectly. So we'll get our needle. Now you get a little bit of the first one, a little bit of the second one. And like I said, I don't do knots. I never have. So you leave it with a bit of a tail, and then I hold that tail down with my thumb, and then I go back in there. Now you only take the tiniest of bit, just a little bite, couple of threads of the fabric. I'll wind it round 3 times, pull it through, and that secures that corner. Now, what you then do is you go in. It's actually quite hard. I could do with a bit of light, you know. Can I get that light so it's a bit... There we go. That might be a bit better. So, you go in, little stitches. You go in, you get a bit of each one. Get your thread out of the way. More fingers and thumbs today, guys. And you pull it through. And that's called the whip stitch. And you do that all the way across. Now, just judge it. You don't want the stitches too close together. Because if they're too close together, what happens is you're actually perforating the fabric, which makes it weaker. If you have them too far apart, you will get gaps. So just maybe 2-3 millimeters apart, and you literally grab a little bit. I don't know if it'll show up on camera or whether it'll focus, but if you can see, it's just a few little threads that I've picked up. So you pick a few from the first one, a few from the back one at the back. Make sure your thread's out the way, because you're trying to get as least knots as you can, tangles, and you just pull it, and you pull it, and give it a little tug. Not majorly, but just a little bit of a tug. And then you go all the way across. All the way across to the end. So I will sit back down and do this. But while I remember, in the video the other day, right at the end, I spoke about the Etsy shop, and now back to shipping to the States, which is absolutely brilliant, because it's opened my shop back up again, because majority of my orders come from the States. Because of all the new tariffs and stuff, everything works a bit different now. And what I'd said in the last video, I want to say now, again, I want to repeat myself, because you may not have, for those people that don't, like I say, I'm going now and off they pop. So I wanted to reiterate it so that you guys could heard me, just in case you didn't. Now shipping to the States, what happens is Etsy gives them your email address, okay? Now, that email address that customs get given is what they will send you the tariff and sales tax and all that palaver with. And if that doesn't get sorted, they will return the parcel to me. So, all I'm saying is, can you please if you're in the States, or anywhere really, because to be honest, it's not a bad idea to keep it updated. Just check that the email address that you have on Etsy is the correct one. Because we've all done it. I've done it. When I got made aware, because I did have a customer that it was an old email, so they weren't getting the emails. Luckily, customs and that contacted me. Right, before I carry on, I've put one single stitch right in the corner, and then I'll do it again. You put your needle in, wrap it round 3 times, pull it out, and you've secured it. Right, so, and then I just put my thread, I just pick up the top layer and run it along the seam, and that hides that tail. That means you can't see it. But yeah, as I was saying, the shipment, the parcels will be sent back to me. So, just double check. Like I said, I was the same. I had an old email address. Luckily, it wasn't. I only checked because of all this coming up. It's just worth checking. It's worth keeping an eye out on it. Just double check that the email address that Etsy have for you is the email address they can actually email you on. Let's go on to this next one. And that's all it is. It's nothing major. It was, like I said, luckily they contacted me and said, we haven't heard from the customer. Do you have anything? And then I contacted the customer and it was sorted out. It got sorted out. It was a bit of a palaver, let's be honest, for the customer more than me. But yeah, it's definitely worth, if you've got an Etsy account, just double check that the email is the correct email they've got. And all it is they send you an email with a link for the taxes and tariffs and whatever. You go on, you pay it, and then everything gets sent out. So it's pretty simple. But yeah, so far, and I do have a couple of orders. I think I have 3 orders that came in. I think they came in either Christmas Eve or the day before Christmas Eve. They will be posted out tomorrow. I did not want to post them. They'll be posted out Monday, I think. Not tomorrow, Saturday. I didn't want them to be sitting in a sorting office with a chance of getting lost. I'd rather they were sitting in my house because of this Christmas period. So they will be posted, and then all orders are up to date. Also, guys, thank you so much for my Buy Me a Coffees that you've been sending over these Christmas festivities. It is highly appreciated. I've had a few come through, and like I said, it is very much appreciated. I tell you what, though, I've got some. I have been spoiled. I can't lie. I've been spoiled. I got some lovely Christmas presents. I got my Croc slippers. In fact, I got 2 pairs of Croc slippers. I got one for inside and one for outside. Now, anybody that knows me, I live in Crocs. I live in them. And I've wanted these Croc slippers for ages. But I weren't going to pay £60. But they went on sale. And I got pink fluffy ones, obviously. And then I got like a beigey pink pair that it's like the pink fluffy ones you wouldn't wear outside because of they've got like the slipper sole on it, but the other ones have got the rubber sole, so I can wear them when I go and sit in the garden. Although it's way too cold for that now. It is so cold out there. I think my washing line's frozen. I'll do another one, so I don't know if I caught that one. So that's all nice and secure. We'll run that down there. But yeah, so what else did we get? I've got a sewing machine. Although as you see, I do a lot of this. Where's my picture gone? There. although I do most of this by hand, with some of the quilting, like going around the edge of it with the binding and stuff, I might use the machine for that. See, that will fit, and that goes like so. So that bit's done. Now, I could do black for this bit, but I'm not. I'm going to do the green, because we've got the green there. I can go with it. So let's move over to these ones. And I am going to pin these so I know which way they go. So this dark blue one is like so. And how you do it is you lay it the way it's supposed to be, and then you just fold it back on itself. And then the light blue one goes like so. So we do that one. So yeah, I got that. I got some, obviously got some socks. Who doesn't get socks for Christmas? I got a new cup. I got, oh my God, oh my geez, I got Frodo Baggins Funko Pop, which I absolutely love. We do like our Frodo. As I got pajamas, got socks. I got loads. I got loads of fabric. Loads of fabric. I really and I always have loved Liberty Fabric, the William Morris collection. And I got some. I think everybody knows I wanted it because I told everybody. No, but it was in my, some of it was in my Amazon wish list, so people knew what to get me. I got my lovely fabric scissors. I got spoilt rotten, literally spoilt rotten. I hope you all did too, you know. But we had a lovely day. It was a bit hard, obviously, because of the whole situation, and you try not to let your mind go to the places that it shouldn't go, but every so often it drifts over there. But we didn't have too many emotional moments. We sat and we watched Christmas films, you know, like the old Hallmark films. And it was so funny because we'd put a film on and we'd be like, right. And he would say, right, this is going to happen. I'd say, this is going to happen. And they're the same, aren't they? These Hallmark films, they are, every one of them, the storyline's the same. And yet we still sit and watch them. Then we watched The Grinch. We had a lovely dinner. We actually had roast beef. We didn't have a turkey. Neither of us are particularly, don't mind a turkey, but it's not like, we're like, we don't care if we don't. It was that kind of thing. So we had beef. Yeah. We broke the law. We had beef. Go in and wrap that 3 times. We had beef. I've most probably already done that, but we'll do it again. So, oh, out of shot. We had the beef. It was absolutely lovely. And then we didn't even have a pudding. I've got to be honest, I don't even know what time I fell asleep. I'm having issues with my sleep, obviously, because that's what Penny does. She doesn't, I don't sleep anyway. But it's even worse. I'm sleeping for 2 hours, waking up at silly o'clock. And what's basically happening is I'll be sitting, I'll be talking mid-conversation, mid-sentence, and I'm gone. I'm literally gone. Now, I know I was awake at 8 because I took my tablets. I take medication at 8 o'clock. I've got an alarm that goes off at 8 o'clock every night. Or I've got alarms that go off all the time, but I know I took that. But that's all I remember. And I was trying so desperately to stay awake because obviously Annalie's sitting here. Annalie did some sewing. Like I said, she made that bag for me, which is, I said, I need a bag. I need a bag for all my clips. And I couldn't believe it. She's done it amazingly. She went onto YouTube. She found a tutorial. And literally, I'm so proud of her. So now I've got to put my orders in. I want her to do a few for me. So I've said, right, I need one like this. Now, I've just unthreaded that. I need one like this and I need one like this. So, I tell you what, this needle thread, this thread, what's it called? Threader. What do you call them? Needle threader, it's right. I think it was like £12–13 from Amazon. It's from Clover. They do have it in other colours, or you can get it in other colours. I would have got the purple, but the purple was on there, the only one that was in stock, but that was fine by me. Like I said, I think it's £12–13. I'd seen somebody else, quite a few other of the creators that do hand sewing, using it and recommending it. So there's me, you know, sitting there. Yeah, it don't work. It's not going to work. Now, I've got to say, it's harder. It doesn't work so much on the thicker needles. But these little thin needles, the milliners, I think they're called, works perfectly. Does it? Is there occasions every now and again that it don't work? Yeah, of course there is. That's like anything, isn't it? But it's definitely worth its money. 100% worth the money. Yeah, I'm definitely getting there with this. See, these don't take that long to do. So we've done the blue ones. So let's do the pink ones now. So the pink one, yeah, that goes like that. So we'll pin that. Oh. And I do like these clips. And you get, the more you use them, you get used to not catching your cotton every time. Right, so I'm going to go off now and do the rest of it, sew these bits together, and I will come back to do the last bit with you when I'm choosing the colour. When I've done everything on the last bit, I'm coming back. Listen, the brain ain't working, and I know what you're thinking, the brain never works, Pen, but it's working even less this time. So I'll be back in a minute when I've finished putting this together. Right, I'm back because I just wanted to show you guys something. Right, because I'm doing blue here, but I've got half black and half blue. So I do a normal one, a normal stitch there. And then right in the end, I go where the end of the black triangle is. I'll do a normal again in there. And then what I do is I do a knot stitch, a securing. So I'll wrap it round 3 times and tie it off. The reason being then, so I can move that tail over, go onto the blue, and I'll do a straight stitch and then knot it. Then if for any reason anything comes undone, I know that all I've got to do is redo this bit or redo that bit. So I'm going to finish this off and I'll be back. I've done that, guys, so that's together. So I've done blue thread here, pink thread here and green thread here, and then all the triangles were done with black. Right, so I've still got blue thread, so what on my needle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this one, and then I'm going to do this one, and then all that will leave is this bit here, which I could then do in, I'll most probably do it in pink, because we've got pink going all the way across. Now if you look, you can't see my stitches. You might see, I can see a tiny little bit in there. But this is why I do like to colour match. So, because that is blue, I'm not going to do the blue, pink and all that. So, because that is, let me put it back down again. Because that's got the blue all the way down. So, we turn that over like so. I will clip this end so that it holds it. And then can you see, if I touch that, can you see how nicely those points meet up? They do, I promise. It's just that thing. If I move the things, can you see how nicely that meets up? That's why it's important to do when you're basting it, is to get your corners as sharp as you can. So we leave a little tail, we go back in, we give it a few twists, and we do that. Right, I will be back when that bit's done. Right, so I've now sewn along this blue bit, and as you can see, you can't see any stitches. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this off now, and I'm going to do green, I think. No, I'm not. I'm going to carry on with the blue because the blue is here, and I am going to carry on blue down there. So I haven't cut the thread yet, so I'm going to turn that over like so, because we're not going to cut the thread if we don't have to, because we're lazy like that. It's not being lazy, it's just the way it's done. So now, as I've said before, this in here is card. That will be really awkward to sew into this corner, so you just fold it. Literally, you fold it. Fold it, get it out of the way. Get your needle, which you can't pick up. And then we go right into that bit. And then see how that's a lovely join there? I'm going to go right into that corner. And do a normal stitch. And then the securing stitch. Wrap it round 3 times. And I've got a blooming knot in my thread. And that is where I'm just trying to do it quickly. And then a lot of these knots that come in, most of them, they just pull out. If they don't, you cut it and you start again. Simple as that. Look, see, it just pulled out. And then you just do that. So, what I'm going to do, where am I? There. So I'm going to go now, and I'm going to go across here, and I'll be back in a minute. Right, so all I've got left, I've sewn this bit. Now, as much as I sewed this in blue, I'm pulling that. See, you can't see it. Woohoo! And my points are meeting up. Now, I've got this bit left, so I'm going to do this in pink. I have threaded the thread. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to start with the inner bit there. So we're going to line that up to the end. We're going to put our clip in. So that's all. And you can see that lines up lovely. Like even those 2 bits there line up nicely. So we're going to go in there. We'll do our single stitch, leave a little tail. 1, 2, 3. Now you can tie a knot. It's everybody's preference. There's no right or wrong way of doing this. And then we'll go along. So it is literally, there is different ways of doing it with the basting, with whether you use glue, threads. There's so many different ways to do it. It's what works for you. The glue basting didn't work for me. I may at some point try again. Who knows? Because the gluing is a lot quicker. If you glue base, it's a lot quicker than the thread basting. I just have, when you glue base, because if you get the glue on the card right at the edge, it then makes it harder for your needle to go through at this stage. And obviously with my issues I've got with my right side, it makes it too hard, and I don't want it to be where sewing is not possible, because I think I'll literally lose my mind if I've got nothing to do. So, but yeah, we've got some more projects in the pipeline that I want to do. So watch this space. If you didn't see Wednesday's video, I did manage to do some of my heaven and earth. So there's that can be done now. Fingers crossed Sunday I will be doing my whip on Love Bard. I think I've done one more section since the last video. Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I haven't done a lot on it now. The hopes of getting it finished before the end of the year is looking a bit slim. It's not even looking a bit slim, it is a bit slim. There's like, I don't think there's much chance of getting it finished, to be fair. Unless the little pixies are going to come during the night and do it for me.
So a pixie called Manly by any chance?
I didn't even think of that, but if you'd like to do some, Annalie, you're more than welcome. I don't think it's going to be finished, guys. You know, I am very much in the living the moment at the minute. So if I want to sit and sew, then I sit and sew. I may do some diamond painting today. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I am trying to be good and trying to do these videos. I've got a few little things that I need to do in preparation for something that I want to do, which is top secret. I'm not telling you just in case it doesn't happen. I need to do some work on that. Or not some work, but I need to work some bits out. And it ain't that exciting. Well, it is exciting for me, but not for you, maybe not so much for you guys. But it is a case of I'm just doing what I'm doing, you know. Like, I love doing this sewing. These, and doing things like, because I've been doing the Advent, which isn't it, well, the Advent went up to 25. I've got 2 left to sew together. They've been basted. I shall do that over the course of sort of the next 2 days if I've got time to do them. I usually do them, like, I'm up at 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm not up, but I'm awake. And I'm up for the night. So that's when I tend to sit there and do those. So, but there's quite a few pieces to these last 2. She hasn't made it easy. So I will do a little video just showing you them all done, because you all seem to be enjoying these sewing videos. So that is now done. So that is now finished. That panel, that hexagon is now finished. And because I've done it in the middle, them points are really nice. I'm well proud of them. So, we now have, is it 5 or 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. So we now have 6 of these done. So, I don't know how much I can get in camera for you guys to see. These I keep, and they will go into the folder. 56 I was on. 56, 55, 54, 52, and that is 51. So I'm keeping all these. So these go into my folder, like so. I've got number 50 down there as well. So that will go away. This bag we no longer need. All of these threads will be put away. They stay on my little tray. With all these threads can now go into the bin. We will keep that up in cushion. See, I'm a good girl, I'm tidying up after myself. That black can go in there. I may need that actually, because I've been doing some more on Bradley's one. And I need to do some basting. So all close your eyes and I'll lift up this camera. And we'll have a look and see how much you can see. Am I actually filming? Yeah. Right, so put that there. So these are the ones that I've done so far. Which will... I do love hexis. It is my favourite one to do. to doing hexis. So let's move it up a bit. We're not getting very well on this, are we? I'm trying to get you so that you can see them, all the different ones. Oh, my head. But yeah, these are the ones that we've done so far. This one being the latest. But look how colourful that is. I don't know what I'm going to do, whether I should just sew them together as it is like that. I don't really want to sew them together yet, because I would move that one over to there, swap them over, because there's quite a bit of blue in that one. But yeah, can you... And like I said, she does one every week. But that looks pretty cool, doesn't it? It looks very colourful.
It does.
Very colourful. And it's every Monday we get a new one. So today is Friday, so Monday I'll get another one. And it's nice because what I do is it... Oh, sorry if that camera just moved. I just hit my head on it. It means that if I'm doing like... working quite a lot on the advent calendar, for instance, which will be over soon, doing one of these just sort of breaks it up a bit. And then doing like if I'm working on Bradley's quilt, which is why what I tend to do is I tend to work on different things. Like was it Christmas Eve, me and Anna Lee, Christmas Eve night, we've actually done the sandwich for the green quilt, for Annalie's quilt. That was fun, wasn't it?
So much fun.
Literally, guys, it wasn't easy. I tell you this, it really wasn't easy to do. Mainly because I haven't got an area that's like 6 foot by 6 foot. So we kind of had to do it in stages on the bed. But that's all set up now. So maybe next week I can show you the progress on that. I'm not going to say what I'm going to do. I was about to say what I'm going to do next week, but I've decided that I'm just going to surprise you guys every week. We're not going to give out any trade secrets. We're just going to surprise you. So yeah, so that is sandwiched together now, ready to do what needs to be done. And Bradley's quilt, that's all we've really got on the go at the minute, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it may be that I start another quilt, or some other projects. Like I said, this Annalie made, which is like perfect. Like it's literally, she's lined it, she's done the zip, she's done so well on it. Like I knew she was making a bag, but I didn't realise it was going to be a box bag. I thought she was just going to do me a little bag, to be fair, a little straightforward, don't close. But she did well. She did extremely well. So I'm going to have to get her to teach me how to do it. But for now, I'm going to go, guys. I don't know how long this video is because it's like in 6 million bits. But I'm going to go because I need to sort other stuff out. But I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give us a thumbs up so I know that you liked it. Yeah, and just don't be scared about finding something else to do, you know. Don't be scared about trying, because you could find something that you think, oh, that looks handy, that looks good, and you could be like me, end up loving it. So yeah, don't be worried about trying something new, you know. Like I said before, go to the pound shop, whatever, cheap dollar store, wherever you are. For a couple of dollars you can pick up a little sewing kit, then go and even use an old pillowcase. Use an old pillowcase that you're not going to use, cut it up and have a play. You know, I love doing all the different shapes and working out how they go together. And because we get this in the group, but we don't get told how we put it together. You work that out for yourselves. And like I said, I just chose to do polka dots on all of the ones that I do, because then I thought I could put it all together. But yeah, I'm going to go. Like I said, give us a thumbs up. Give us a hello comment. Let us know what you're working on. Or if you have any questions, just ask away. I know somebody has asked about these bits, okay? About when do you take the paper out. Now, I'm just leaving mine in at the moment because you don't need to take it out. But I'm going to give a quick... I said I was going, didn't I? Right. If you've got a piece like this piece here, I wouldn't take that out because it's not connected to anything at the edge. But this middle triangle here, it's connected to other pieces all the way round. So you can take that out. Now, if you take it out, makes it easier to work with. Like you haven't got that hard card. I'm not taking it, and it's easy. Look, my finger's underneath it. You just pull it out. I'm not taking them out yet because, number one, I don't want to lose them. Number two, I don't need to. It wasn't in the way. However, you could take that out. Once a piece is surrounded by other pieces, that's when you can take it out. And if you're working on big things, bigger projects, I take them out as and when I need to take them out because it makes it easier. But don't be scared to fold. You can fold this card. It's not going to damage its card. It's not going to do anything. So anyway, I really am going this time. I do this every time, don't I? I really am going. Have an amazing day, guys. I will hopefully see you back here on Sunday with a whip. Yeah. And just let us know what you think. Let us know what you think of these, my polka dot hexis. I love them. And as long as I love them, that's all that matters. And that is the one that I've done today. So, have an amazing day, and I will see you very soon. Bye.